Hi guys, welcome back to this YouTube video. So in today's video I'm going to be making a double-sided satin bonnet. Satin bonnets are really good to wear at night, and many black women wear them at night because they help to prevent friction while you sleep at night, therefore reducing the amount of frizz you wake up with. And once you have your hair protected, it alleviates stress and helps to prevent split ends. Some more good reasons is that it helps to keep the moisture in your hair and therefore prevents less breakage. It keeps the hair out of your face and neatly tucked away so that it's nice and neat and presentable the next morning. So I usually wear bonnets every single night, but they're even better to wear as well when you have a protective style on, such as a weave or some braids or some twists. Once I cut 1 yard of fabric, I fold it into a rectangle and I begin to measure from the center to the free edge, and I'm measuring 18 inches long. Then I'm going to draw a half moon or a pizza shape into the fabric so that I can cut out the shape later on. Next, I'm going in with my fabric pins and pinning the fabric together. This just helps you to stay more organized and everything stays in place. And I go ahead and do the same thing on the second piece of fabric and then remeasure to make sure that it is 18 inches. So I've got a dark blue and a light blue. Next, I'm going to remove the fabric pins and I'm going to open up the fabric so that it's one big circle, and I'm going to put the good side with the good side, or the shiny side with the shiny side, and that's the side that we want to be revealed later on when the person is actually wearing the bonnet. I measure out a little pocket and then I begin sewing around the circle, leaving room for the pocket because we're going to turn the fabric inside out. I'm using a straight stitch. I believe I gauged it to a number 9. And I'm taking my time to just go all around the fabric, not too far away from the edge, but not too down into the fabric either, if that makes sense. Just keep it as neat as possible. And if the fabrics don't align up completely, it's okay, because sometimes you can just snip away those extra pieces hanging out. So I typically wear a bonnet to bed every night, but sometimes it does get really hot, and that's the reason why I have a variety of bonnets and headscarves. But in the near future, I do want to learn how to make silk or satin pillowcases as well, especially for the summertime. So I don't know if you guys have heard all about it, but recently Monique the comedian has been all over YouTube and I think her Instagram page. She made a video on her Instagram page and was advising black women to stop wearing their hair bonnets outside. And that's because she went to the airport and she saw all these black women basically in their PJs and bonnets, and she just thought that it wasn't presentable. It wasn't us representing ourselves in the best light. Next, as you saw, I put my hand through the pocket and turned the fabric inside out, and this is the good side of the fabric that you want to show. So next I'm going to take the measuring tape and measure 1 inch down and make some markings so that I can begin to sew all around the circle of the bonnet once again. Remembering to leave the pocket open. So back to the story, guys. Yes, I must say that I do agree with Monique. I just think it's absurd that people would feel comfortable enough to walk outside their house like that. Even if you're going to the corner shop, I mean, we have so many options now as black women. We can wear a hat, we can wear a scarf, a turban, we can wear, you know, a half wig, a glueless wig. There's so much things that you can quickly do for yourself. I know sometimes we're pressed for time and money, but there's so much things you can quickly do for yourself to make yourself look presentable without coming outside of your house looking like you just rolled up out of bed. I don't think it's a good thing because we already have so much negative stereotypes on us as black women. I thought that Monique was not rude or condescending either, and that is why I listened to her and I don't have a problem taking in what she's saying. So once you've sewn the circle around the bonnet for the second time, what you've effectively done is created a pocket to put the elastic band in. I measure the circumference of my head, I get the measurement of 20, and then I cut the elastic band to be 20 inches. And I'm gonna put 2 safety pins, attach one to the pocket of the bonnet to make sure that it doesn't get lost inside. And then the second side, I'm going to effectively string that all the way around into the pocket of the bonnet so that I can get the shape of the bonnet that I want and the stretchiness of the bonnet that I want. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. So back to the Monique story. I think, yeah, she said it in a very kind, soft, caring way. She wasn't rude. She wasn't calling anybody outside of their name. She wasn't tearing anybody down. She just gave some loving advice. And sometimes that is exactly what we need, even when we don't want to hear it. I myself have never left my house without a bonnet, but I have left my house looking rough before, and even I've had to, you know, later on stop myself and said, you know, what are you doing? Like, you're a young lady, you can't do this. So sometimes it does get tempting to just quickly run out looking anyhow, and I know we have those days, but it's about making a conscious effort to not make it a habit, to not go out continuously looking torn down, if you know what I mean. And the fact of the matter is we have so many options nowadays. As I said, I may have said earlier on in this video. So next I'm going to take the 2 white strings or the 2 parts of the elastic and I'm going to sew them together. You just want them to be attached. It doesn't have to be 100% neat, although that would help, or that would look more pleasing to the eye. But practice makes perfect. And next I'm just going to close that pocket of the bonnet up. So this is what I mean by getting the shape of the bonnet. This is what gives you the shape, the structure and the stretch. And I'm going to close that pocket up. I still need to practice my invisible stitch for this section right here so that you can't see where the bonnet starts and ends, or where the opening starts and ends. and I'm just going to stitch at the top of the elastic and also underneath the elastic. And this 18 inches measures out to be an extra large bonnet. So this is perfect for those with super long hair or dreadlocks or super thick hair. But yeah, on social media there was so much backlash that was given to Monique, but I thought that it was uncalled for. At the end of the day, we have other options such as a head wrap. And this is the end results, guys. I hope that you like it. I did go back in the next day and make a smaller size bonnet which measured 16 inches, and it was, I believe, more fitting. That was probably a medium side. So that's the dark blue, that's the light blue, that's what the 16 versus 18 inches look like. And these are my end results. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something or was entertained. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.